Dogs have a secret language that only other dogs can understand, but it can also drive owners insane with frustration. Imagine a scenario where you're trying to communicate with your furry friend, but they just won't listen. You've tried everything from treats to belly rubs, but they just turn a deaf ear. But have you ever wondered what's going on in their little dog brains? Dogs have a unique way of communicating with each other, using body language and vocal cues that are invisible to humans. This secret language is so complex that even the most seasoned dog owners can't decipher it. But what if I told you that this language can also be a source of frustration for your furry friend? It's not just about what they're saying, but also about how they're saying it. For instance, a wagging tail can mean excitement, but it can also mean anxiety or even aggression. And then there are the vocal cues, like barking and whining, which can be a cry for help or a demand for attention. But the most fascinating part of dog language is the way they use context to convey meaning. It's like they have their own little dog dictionary that only they can understand. Take the case of a dog who's trying to communicate with its owner, but the owner is distracted by their phone. The dog will use a series of high-pitched yips and whines to get the owner's attention. But if the owner doesn't respond, the dog will escalate to more intense behaviors like jumping up and down or even nipping at the owner's hands. But what if the owner is still not responding? The dog will then use a more desperate tactic, like barking loudly or even howling at the top of its lungs. And that's when things can get really interesting, because the owner is now starting to get frustrated, but the dog is still trying to communicate its needs. It's a cat-and-mouse game of communication, where the dog is trying to get its point across, but the owner is not speaking the same language. But what if we told you that this language is not just limited to dogs? In fact, research suggests that other animals, like cats and even birds, have their own unique ways of communicating with each other. And it's not just about vocal cues, but also about body language and even scent marking. So the next time you're trying to communicate with your furry friend, remember that there's a whole language going on that you can't see or hear. And who knows, maybe one day we'll be able to decipher this secret language and have a more meaningful conversation with our pets. But until then, we're stuck with the frustration of not being able to understand what they're saying. But don't worry, we're not alone in this struggle, because even the most seasoned dog owners have admitted to feeling frustrated at times. So the next time you're feeling frustrated, just remember that it's not you, it's the language barrier. And who knows, maybe one day we'll have a universal translator that can help us communicate with our pets. But until then, we'll just have to keep on trying with treats, belly rubs, and of course, patience. So if you're a dog owner, don't worry, you're not alone in this struggle. And if you're not a dog owner, well, you're missing out on one of the most fascinating languages in the animal kingdom. But don't worry, we'll catch you up on all the latest research and discoveries in the world of animal communication. And who knows, maybe one day we'll be able to communicate with our pets in their own language. But until then, we'll just have to keep on trying, with love, patience, and of course, treats. So if you found this fascinating, subscribe for more incredible stories like this. And don't forget to hit the like button and leave a comment below with your thoughts on animal communication. And if you have any more questions, feel free to ask in the comments section. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. If you're a dog owner, don't worry, you're not alone in this struggle. Subscribe for more incredible stories like this, and don't forget to hit the like button and leave a comment below with your thoughts on animal communication.